Have you ever canoed down a babbling brook?
No, but I have cried at a Taco Bell.
Oh, same thing. Listen up, campers.
It's time to buckle up, pitch a tent, and take a hike.
Because Camp Counselors is a variety show.
So prepare for a good old-fashioned kumbaya,
Weird news,
hot gossip,
and scary stories around the campfire.
so spooky.
Is this podcast even about camping?
No, but it is camp. This is Camp Counselors. Hey, happy campers! Welcome back to Camp Shady Birch.
It is week 123 here at camp.
1, 2, 3 for me.
I was going to say that Brittany Spears. 1, 2, 3, not only you and me. Sounds like she's singing into a Pringle can.
You're pretty good at that.
Thank you.
Does anyone ever call you Auto-Tune Johnny?
Honestly, every single day of my life. Usually the neighbors.
You don't leave the house. I'm here alone. Who's calling you that? You in the chat room?
I'm in the chat rooms. Auto-tune Brittany.
Were you a chat room boy?
I don't even know how people would get into chat rooms with strangers, to be honest.
I was.
With strangers? Where did you go?
I was on this gay teen chat website all the time when I was like 14.
Oh, I didn't know how to find a chat room that was outside of AIM, and I only knew how to add
Google
people.
it. You Google gay teen. Okay, someone don't remember this. The audience is all women. They're like, no, we don't.
Don't say Habbo Hotel.
No, it wasn't. No, there's a couple gay boys out there, and they'll remember. It was called like 123 gay. Oh my god,
123 gay.
We're changing the podcast. It's 123 gay now.
123gay.com.
I used to be ASL in that ass age, sex, location. I was like 14, male, and then sometimes I say United States, and then other times I was like, who's in Mass? No one was ever in Mass. One time I talked to another gay teen, and he was in Fitchburg. That could have been an adult man. That's scary. I wasn't sending photos.
You clearly didn't watch Degrassi. No, I said it probably was. I didn't say I hope it was.
Your obsession with Canadian TV should be studied because we're from the United States. So I'm sorry I wasn't watching Degrassi.
No, you're going to tell me you didn't watch Naturally Sadie?
No, I didn't.
Oh, God.
You know I didn't watch that.
I know.
I was in my own little bubble on the gay chat rooms.
Yeah, clearly talking to 30-year-olds with your YSL.
All right. Everybody, welcome back to the show. We're done feuding. We had a really fun week. We were recording this in between the middle of tour. We're back home for a couple of days. We just had fabulous shows in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia. But while this episode's airing, we just finished the last 6 shows. So I hope it's going well because you guys really showed up and showed out in Charlotte and Atlanta. Thank you so much for coming. We know there's so many campers there. You're buying the teas, you're buying the merch, and you're having a yaborific time. And I really appreciate it. I actually was on a podcast yesterday and I said, shaking my yabos. So it was a podcast with Brett Goldstein, who I didn't watch Ted Lasso, which is a crime against myself because I know I would love it. He's a main character on there in Severance, but on his podcast, really funny podcast. It's like films we die with or something. It's like about movies. It was so fun. But at one point I said, shaking my yabos. And he said, are yabos boobs or ass? And I said, oh, they're whatever you want them to be, but I think they're boobs. And then he said, well, isn't the ass the boobs of the back? And
That's
I said,
funny.
Imagine if our butts had nipples.
I can't do this right now.
Okay. Well, anyways, the shows were fabuloso.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. And I hope the rest of this week goes swimmingly because tomorrow we're back on the road, but we're filming from not the future.
The past.
The past.
We're speaking into the future, but they're hearing from the past.
I'm outwardly manifesting great shows.
Great shows, fabulous shows. Oh my God, I was just talking to Eleni before we jumped on the podcast.
E-Money?
Eleni. E-Money. And someone came to the shows wearing a Freaky for Tzatziki shirt.
Oh my God.
Her name was Dana.
Oh my God. So incredible. We also had another camper who came in a shirt with Kira, my friend Kira, on it. And it said, it's Kiki time. And I just need to let you know that I sent that to Kira and her head has never been bigger. She can't even get out of bed right now because her head is currently 85 pounds.
Oh my God, she's like the Gushers commercial.
She is so obsessed. And she's like, get me back on the pod. And I said, this summer. And she said, the campers want it now. I call her every day. She's like my daily check-in. She's skiing today with her siblings. They're so cute.
I love that.
Well, speaking of fun little side quests, While we were on tour, we did a couple fun things. It's really hard sometimes because some cities, like in Phoenix specifically, we're going to be in and out in 16 hours. Not a lot of time to do stuff, but we always will push ourselves to like the umph degree to make sure that we get some like fun activities in between. And lucky for us, we got to Charlotte a day before. So we had a nice little date night and we did something that we haven't done in so long, which was bowling.
Bowling. We were feeling so crazy, so rambunctious, so absolutely random.
I want to bowl every single day of my life. Like, if one day we own some sort of sick mansion, like, I don't care about the movie theater. I want the bowling alley.
But think about watching Real Housewives in that movie theater. Like watching Meredith Marks.
But that's my thing. And we need to get a really rich person on the podcast and ask. Because, like, when rich people have a movie theater in the basement, do they actually use it?
I had a friend named Wendy, and she had one. I went to her house one time.
Rich Wendy? Just say Rich Wendy.
No, it was literally Rich Wendy. And her family had one. It was all the talks. And it was like nicer than I thought it would be. It was the first time I ever watched 13 Going on 30. They were recliner chairs before that was even a thing.
Leather?
I think it was pleather.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine. I'm literally will never put my nose about pleather.
But
that's what everyone knows about me.
We had to sit on the fucking carpet.
Why?
Because we were in our in-ground pool going down her water slide, obviously.
Get off the pleather in your wet jammies.
No, literally. And there was like a candy machine and everything. But she's like, yeah, we never use this. And in my head, I'm like, I would use that every single day.
I think it's like a pool table where it's really a novelty.
That's so true. Pool table people out there who has a pool table who actually uses it. The limit does exist, and there's none.
In Airbnb, I will slap a ball. I will. Yeah. Get me behind the queue. Get me to the 8-ball. Get me to glory. And that's what I've always said.
You ever play Bloody Knuckles?
I'm gay. I don't even know what that means. If it's hateful, I don't want to hear it. Not on this pod.
You put your hand on people usually do it with quarters at a lunch table, but you put your hands on the edge of the table, and then you throw the balls, and the other person can't move their hand.
That's the degenerate activity. Like, just play Pretty Pretty Princess and grow up. I was getting to full glam. I was making little music videos, and you were over there roughhousing. I can't even picture you playing that game.
Well, Ricky was the one who made me do it.
And did your knuckles bleed?
No, but they were very bruised and nearly broken.
Why would you play? That's psychotic.
I was the youngest out of 4. I was
boys
like, I'll do it.
Boys,
fine.
even the gay boys.
No, literally, I was like, count me in.
Well, guys, I kind of like cracked the code on how to bowl really good.
I was just gonna say you're saying boys will be boys, but you dead ass kicked my ass. You kicked my can. You really did. Zach was boots house slay down, bitch. He was bowling turkeys. He was bowling pheasants. He was bowling all of the poultry.
I won't deny it because I had this spirit in me and I was really unlocking my fullest potential as a bowl-a-thon athlete. My entire life I've been really bad at bowling, but I recently discovered that when you go for a heavier ball, you have more control over the ball. When you go for the light feather ones, they go nuts. They go crazy. They go right to the gutter. But a heavy one, it really stays in the direction of the wrist. So you don't look forward. You look down at the little arrows at the front, get a heavy ball and just line up with the arrow and then look up and it's going to go. I swear to God, I got 3 strikes in a row. Okay, that's me. And that's my story. And I wrote it right now. I put the pen down, closed the book because the book's signed. I know what to do now. And you're laughing, but what did you score?
I scored like a 4. I did so bad, and I made you film it every time because I felt like I was going to do really good. We did vlog this whole experience, by the way, patreon.com/campcounselors. But I thought that I was going to have at least one good strike, and I think I had a strike. It might have been a spare rib.
Well, it's fine. Either way, I remember you getting a strike. You were pretty good. It was kind of annoying though because the bowl-a-thon place we went to in Charlotte, it was unlimited bowling for $20 or you could play one game for $17. And I was like, we're not going to want to play more than one. And then that first game went by and I said, well, God damn it.
Well, yeah, something else you don't really think about when you're going bowling with 2 people is you don't talk much.
We talk all day long. I don't care.
We did, but like I'm looking at like people who are on first dates like next to us on either side of us.
First date.
And it's like, okay, you up next, and you're like just your ship's passing in the night. Your people passing in the balls.
Also,
you know?
fatal flaw to the left of us on that first date. Did you notice what they were eating?
Oh, I saw they left a lot of fried food. It was like mozzarella.
Well, do you know why?
Why?
Because
finger in the ball.
It's finger in the ball, finger food. That's so vile. You can't have finger food while you're bowling. You want to have a mozzarella stick? You're finger fucking the balls. You can't be doing that.
See, I thought about this when lockdown happened.
Say it louder.
When COVID hit, I was like, oh my God, there was at one point in my life, I was literally sucking nacho cheese off of my finger and then shoving it in a bowling ball and then taking my turn, going right back to the nachos and starting the process all over again.
You're here. You're alive. And you know what's crazy? You're also telling the tale.
Yeah.
What a blessing to be alive and to be able to tell the tale.
I can tell that tale.
That was really fun. We also played some arcade games. Whatever.
Oh my God, and you killed it at that too.
I can't help it. I'm so competitive with you and myself. And that's why I'm trying to raise the bar at all times. Call me AT&T.
Raising the bar.
Actually, shout out AT&T. Actually, lack of shout out. What happened to you? I've always had AT&T. It used to be good. What's going on right now? What campers...
Everybody hates I think it's
AT&T?
T-Mobile because they did the SpaceX commercial during the Super Bowl.
Oh my. But that's fine because I want to go back to Verizon.
Yeah.
I do. I have no service everywhere I go.
What's night
happening?
I was in like a hellscape. I couldn't fall asleep. I fell asleep at 4 a.m. and then I woke up at 6. Yeah, it was really bad.
Adderall? Just say it.
No, because I didn't take it
Don't
late.
believe
I took half of it yesterday morning. But I slept piss poorly and I was watching all of these videos and they were talking about like, preparedness. And I was like, do I get a track phone?
I don't know
but then I'm like, well,
happening to you. Your For You page is so dark. You need to reset it. You have to start Googling funny things. My For You page has never been lighter. It's so light as a feather right now.
Yeah, that's why I love what we do here at Camp Shady Birch because it's like, this is the energy I need when not on the mic.
I know. Sometimes people are like, okay, like you guys need to be more serious. It's like, okay, go everywhere else. Bye.
Wait, I kind of want to address that really, really briefly. I know that we keep things lighthearted. We keep it like fun and fresh. There's so much shit going on in the world. And someone had mentioned they would love for us to use our platforms to voice that. And I can agree. I can definitely agree. And then I can agree to an extent where it's like everybody here kind of knows where we stand. That's not an excuse for being silent on some issues. But when it feels so spiraling and out of control, it kind of is just yelling into an echo chamber because I do feel as though for some point in time we had listeners here who weren't like, our types of people who don't even like gay people, And I feel like at this point, if I'm just projecting it onto other people who are just constantly in a whirlwind of shit. So I'm feeling that way when we're not on the podcast, but I just want this space to be not just for like you guys, but for us too. It's like, this is our nice little sacred space where we can just be dumb and silly for a short period of time. This isn't where you're coming to see the news unless you want lighthearted news.
I know. And for the record, if anyone needs clarification, we are 2 gay people who are obviously very LGBTQIA friendly, and we support all gay people, all
the
trans
letters,
people, all women, all minorities, and we stand on the right side of history. I know who I am. I stand in my truth, and I separate that from this podcast because, hello, this is a light space. But if you've ever questioning where we stand, if you're that confused, you're probably in the wrong because the real ones know where we're at. So moving forward off of that, we love you all and thank you so much for tuning in every single week. What else did we do on our trip?
And then we kicked our little cans all the way. Wait, what did we do? What else did we do in Charlotte?
I wanted to talk about Charlotte for a minute because what you just said reminded me of it. You couldn't fall asleep. So after Charlotte, I was like chugging Celsius backstage with my friends that came to the show. Shout out Dylan. Shout out Nora. Shout out, oh my God, Madison. Shout out Madison. We love you, Madison. Shout out my crew. So I was backstage chugging watermelon Celsius, which is on my rider. And we went out after and got drinks. And we got back to the hotel at like midnight. And I was packing myself up for the next day because we had to leave at 6. And I laid down my little head. Take a little nap, take a little sleep before the next day because we leave at 6. I couldn't fall asleep until 3:30 in the morning because of the Celsius.
It has like battery juice in it.
No, I love it. I've just never drank it that late at night and it really affected me severely. And I was so exhausted the next day in Atlanta. I was exhausted.
I know, and then you can't catch up on it. It's just too much. I can't sleep on a plane. We're not plane sleepers.
I had to drink another Celsius in Atlanta just to kind of set even.
Yeah.
But before we went to the show in Atlanta, we did do a fun little side quest over there as well. Where did we go?
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
We went to the Coca-Cola factory.
The world of Coca-Cola, headquartered, I don't know if that's true, in Atlanta, Georgia.
Wait, I told somebody we went there, and I think it was Tom, and Tom was like, that's the worst one. I was like, wait, there's more than one?
What, there are multiple Coca-Cola worlds?
I didn't look it up. And in my world that I'm choosing to live in, there's only one. And
I feel like
there.
every time you look up the world of Coca-Cola, it's always the one in Atlanta.
It's like there's only one Hershey Park.
Yeah, I think we don't need to listen to Tom on that one.
Yeah, but he is really smart.
I don't care. Anyways, I had fun. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. We were kind of like, well, campers, you know us, like when there's a tour guide, we only had a tour guide for the brief part of the beginning. So we were kicking it, we were keeking, we were laughing extra loud because everyone was being fucking lame-os. And she was making funny puns. She's like, burp as loud as you want. I was like, I will. And the kids are like sitting on the carpet staring. And I'm like, can everybody pep the fuck up? Hello?
The little boy from Wisconsin and the woman from Senegal is like, what?
No, yeah. We had like a worldly crew. I was like, we are all from all over the world.
It
and
was
we're
such a
congregating
worldly
right here.
small
Like,
crew.
what is wrong with everybody? Anyway. So we were kicking it, kikiing. And then, I mean, I can only be so interested
No, I know.
in the liquid.
Like so there's so many rooms there that are very scientific and historical. And like, shout out Coca-Cola. I don't care. Like, I don't need to know like where the first soda fountain was.
The one thing I would have loved is if there was one person who was making the original Coke there. I thought we were going to get that experience with the two pumps and the pump dump. Like, I don't know how they make it. Maybe if I paid attention.
I paid attention. The ratio is 1 ounce of syrup to 5 ounces of soda water. Jonathan, write that down and write that in. Send it into their email and be like, we need someone in a cute little diner outfit at a stand in one of the little exhibits making the classic Coke from scratch.
They had the whole setup in the bar, but they had a fucking Fako. They had a statue.
A claymation ass.
That's what I'm calling statues from now on, a fucking Fako.
Yeah, you're a statue, you're a fucking Fako. What about mannequins? Baddie Fakos.
Yeah, those are baddies. So like,
also, like, if you're going to make a statue, just put a wig on it.
No,
That's
really.
so much more playful.
No, seriously, so playful. Also, nails. Why are we not doing acrylic nails on mannequins?
We can't. You know what, though? The upkeep is next to none.
Natalie Nunn.
So then let's put clothing on the mannequin, the statue.
Well, now we're getting crazy.
Now
because
mannequins.
Mannequins are indoor statues.
Well, that's not true, Ellen.
I've never seen a mannequin outside.
I'll raise my hand for the class.
Yeah.
Because a couple campers in the back of the camera, they're confused because we're yelling at each other. I have personally seen a statue inside. Was that inappropriate?
Well, okay. It's like a... So
you're saying that statues can be both, but mannequins can only be one.
Right. A square is a rectangle. Rectangle is not a square.
Do not limit the abilities of a good mannequin.
She'll rot. She'll dry rot.
You don't know her like that.
You want to put a wig on her and put her outside?
I'm actually so offended on behalf of the mannequin community right now. I worked at Old Navy. I know mannequins quite well.
Kim Cattrall is screaming right now.
Yeah,
she was a mannequin in that movie.
What
Mannequin.
movie?
Oh my God. They filled part of
it.
it. You're not going to believe this.
Atlanta.
King of Prussia Mall.
Oh my God. Always back to KOP.
It's always back to KOP. And nobody fact checked me if I'm wrong in that. I've thought that my whole life and I don't think about it much, but you're not going to change my mind.
Sometimes you don't want to be fact checked, and I respect that because it's like sometimes like my illusion is my reality. Let it be.
My illusion is my delusion, and let me live in it.
Well, on 2 hours of sleep in the world of Coca-Cola, I was on full delusion, and I just like couldn't read these beady little boards. I mean, it was so beady.
There was one part where there was so much visuals and audible simulation that
it's in the vlog.
I did. I forgot. I did vlog it, and if you turn that volume up, that is what it feels like for me sometimes when my thoughts are racing. That's what it feels like when I'm trying to fall asleep. Not exactly because they're not real voices. Yeah, but it's just like 17 different audio sounds were going on around us.
What's the point of that though? Were they trying to do something there?
I think it's...
Can I explain it a little bit? Because we're not doing a good job explaining it.
Okay, yeah.
It's a room with like text in every direction on the walls. And there's like lightscapes up on the text. And there was like 6 speakers on top of us that were all speaking different lines and different stories. And there was no fading in and out. It was just like shouting at us. It gave me anxiety.
I think it was for like a busier room that usually if it's loud in there and there's more bodies, I feel like, because it's like a timeline. Y'all have been to a museum. You know what the fuck we're talking about. And they have like each little couple of years will have a little speaker that's like, and this year for Coca-Cola, they finally patented the bottle. And then like the next 10 years is saying something different simultaneously. So that's kind of what we were dealing with, but there was no one in there but Zach and me, so it was just so fucking loud and we were truly absorbing all of it. That is what like my Firefox feels like when I'm downloading 17 different things at the same time. Like it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, no, it was definitely rough and rowdy.
It was definitely loud and hooty.
But there was light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, bitch.
Which is the real reason why we went there, to go to the Coca-Cola tasting room, which is a room that has, I think, over 150 sodas made by Coca-Cola from around the world, and you get to try them with little Dixie cups. Very similar to if you've ever been to like
Factory.
I was gonna say Epcot.
Oh.
That's where I did it.
Oh, in my head, I'm like, no, Mr. Coca-Cola was there. He was with his fuck ass Bob, and he was taking us around. And like, I saw 2 girls get escorted out because they were like, they drank the everlasting gobstopper drink, and then they started turning blue. So we were lucky to get out alive, but it was a fun experience.
I don't know the difference between that tasting room and the one in Epcot. Do they have the same ones?
The one in Epcot is just one machine.
That's simply not true. I can't even believe you said that. Oh, you mean it's one row of drinks?
Yeah.
And there's like the same machine again and again and again. I think
they
you might
like,
be right.
They have the same selection of like maybe 8 different drinks at Epcot.
Yeah. So there is more in the Atlanta one then.
Yes.
I
There's
think
tons.
Yeah. Oh my God. Tons. I had the bubble guts after. I was.
Oh my God. I have never been so bloated from soda. And it didn't feel like we were drinking that much, but Evanescence, we were.
An Evanescence?
I meant evidently.
Okay. You just want to switch the word.
I didn't mean to, but it just.
So many sodies, so little time. Let's call it a favorite.
Okay. You say yours. Actually, I'll say mine. You save yours for last because the best for last. Tons of different flavors. You guys are not going to believe this. The flavor profiles I had never heard of, but my favorite one, well, it's spelled Jamaica and nada, but I did learn that it is Jamaica y nada. It is a Mexican soda, and its ruby red color features a unique tart flavor of hibiscus.
Why is a Mexican soda named after Jamaica?
I'm not quite sure.
They said, bring the island across the Gulf of Mexico.
Period. I don't know, but I didn't realize that it was hibiscus. I wish that is where they were missing the fucking information. I was like, what am I doing? This is the only place I want information on.
There were so many QR codes that you refused to scan.
And you know what? My fingers were sticky. I was holding a plastic cup.
They were so sticky.
The floor.
Oh my God.
My
Fouls.
God.
Oh, it was spilling on those little cups.
It was like a frat house in there.
Okay, so when you go to Mexico, which I really do believe we will end up back in Mexico in our time on life.
Yeah, but when we were in Mexico, everyone was squirting. It was squirt
oh my God,
everywhere.
Oh my God, Mexico is the biggest squirt country I've ever seen in my life. They're squirting nonstop with their squirts.
Literally, we turn the corner, squirt. Look over here, squirt.
It's grapefruit soda, and guess what? I liked it.
I love grapefruit soda. What is that one grapefruit soda?
Palmatusa.
No, it starts with an F. Fresca.
Oh,
the old cans of Fresca were so quiche.
I know. I think I like the branding of Fresca better than I like the taste of Fresca's got that, you know.
My neighbor's mom had them, and those were like her drinks
because they're diet,
and they were in the fridge. And like, I'd be like, "Can I have one of your mom's sodas?" And I would take one.
You've always been so mommy.
Okay, so that's my favorite. It was hibiscus flavored, a hibiscus flavored soda, an everlasting gobstopper. What was your favorite, you sicko?
It was called Fanta Sour Plum from China, and it tasted just like McDonald's barbecue sauce. Like specifically, what?
Slow down and run that sentence again.
Fanta Sour Plum from China, and it tastes just like McDonald's barbecue sauce. That's a sentence I processed and hope you did too.
Campers. It tasted like I had just eaten a chicken nugget. It was cold, but my body processed it as warm.
Well, let me tell you why I liked it. First of all, barbecue is such a diverse category. Like, not every barbecue is created equal.
I would say almost every barbecue to me is tangy.
Oh my God. I don't know what else is tangy in this world, but barbecue is certainly tangy. And this soda was tangy. It didn't have the smoke flavor. I don't care for smoke in my barbecue. Like, don't blow your ash in my barbecue.
I don't mind that.
So this one, you know what? I literally just get a soda water, get the McDonald's barbecue sauce, and just get a spoon. And I'm telling you, you're transported to China with the sour plum soda, Fanta. It was delightful, and it made me think, why aren't we getting more savory sodas? I love, love, love carbonation, and everybody knows that about me. It's literally tattooed on me somewhere. I haven't found it yet.
We were somewhere. We were in a hotel room. I have no idea where we were.
In Cincinnati, Ohio.
Is that where it was?
Yes, because we got it at Jungle Jim's grocery store.
You're so right. And we tried those crazy flavors.
Corn
it was like,
soda.
The corn wasn't that bad.
It was delicious because it was a savory soda. That's what I'm saying. Like there
But it
are
was sweet corn. I feel like that would have been sweet.
I know, but there was still that, and it wasn't tang.
Salt and vinegar.
Now, so you went too far. That's what you do. You take it too far.
Sour cream and onion.
I'm not going to do this with you.
Well, okay. Give me one.
Name them.
No, give me one flavor that you would like so I can like be on the same page.
I'm trying to think.
Honey mustard? Maybe I'm stuck in the condiment category.
I don't know where you are, but you needed to take a step back.
Bowling ball nachos.
I'm done with you and I'm done with this. I'm trying to think of one and you're not giving me the space to process.
Okay.
Teriyaki. Now I'm stuck in sauces too. You've thrown me all off. I don't know what kind of savory soda I want, but I want it.
Pennies.
Okay. Campers, in the comments below, let us know. Because there's something there and we got to work it out as a team. And we got to start building the business here. There's like thousands of us here and we're all just twiddling our thumbs making bracelets. Let's put the business in.
Oh my God, speaking of, I have a bracelet that says I'm a smut slut.
Oh. Tour has been fantastic, a dream. And anyone that's come or will see you, thank you for being a part of it. And I think let's start today's episode.
Thy campers come, thy will have fun.
Period. This episode is sponsored in part by Boll & Branch. Build the coziest bed imaginable with Boll & Branch, makers of the iconic bedding that will change the way you relax and sleep. Start with Boll & Branch's best-selling signature sheets. They feel buttery, breathable, and get softer with every wash, campers. Let's be real, there's nothing worse than tossing and turning on scratchy, low-quality sheets. That's why I switched to Boll & Branch, and I will never go back, campers. The second I slide into bed every night, I can feel the difference. These sheets are buttery, soft, breathable, and the perfect weight, so I'm not overheating or freezing in the middle of the night. And you know I'm a hot sleeper, campers. Compared to my old ones, it's honestly night and day. I used to think all sheets were made the same, but trust me, I know now. Boll & Branch is worth it. Boll & Branch products are made different, so you can sleep better at night. Woven with the finest 100% organic cotton on earth. Crafted by artisans who earn the pay and respect they deserve. And they have a 30-night worry-free guarantee. You can try Boll & Branch sheets for an entire month. Seriously, you can wash them, style them, and feel the difference for yourself risk-free. And if they don't change the way you sleep, you can send them back for a full refund. Now is your chance, campers, to change the way you sleep with Boll & Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/camp. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/camp to get 15% off. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
This episode is sponsored in part by MeUndies. Let me tell you a little something about what I got going on down below. Yes, I am talking about the most comfortable pair of underwear I own from MeUndies. I have loved MeUndies since way before we got this sponsorship, and they are always the first pair I reach for. Campers, they are incredibly comfortable, made with micromodal fabric. They are buttery, they are soft, and they look freaking good on. MeUndies has a style for everyone, from all black classics to fun, expressive prints. Plus, they come in sizes extra small to 4XL, guaranteeing a flattering cut for every body. And MeUndies isn't just about underwear. Explore the lounge collection featuring joggers, hoodies, onesies, and more. Not happy with your first pair of MeUndies? It's on MeUndies. Good things come in big packages at MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping on orders of $75 or more at MeUndies.com/counselors. Make sure you enter promo code counselors. That's MeUndies.com/COUNSELORS. Use code counselors for 20% off. MeUndies. Comfort from the outside in.
Attention campers, please meet at the old flagpole under the tall pine for morning announcements. Welcome back to Morning Announcements, campers. This is the part of the show where we share news articles with you that you might have missed that we want you to spread like wildfire. Counselor Jonathan, what is your news article of the week?
Before I do that, I have housekeeping, but it's not housekeeping. I just want to address the rat in the room.
Who is a rat?
It's me.
Oh, okay.
If you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not, you're only getting half the show. But if you're watching on YouTube, I am wearing my unmentionables. I am in my gray sweatpants because it is laundry day. And I thought that I had a pair of pants in there. And the only pants I had were like pantaloons.
You're
with
giving
trousers.
pissy girl right now.
No, I'm feeling pissy girl, but I am comfortable, which is kind of nice.
No, I said a pissy girl.
I did say pissy girl.
I didn't hear that.
Pissy girl, pissing everywhere. Okay, anyway, let me get to my story.
Diaper.
Okay, now I'm being torn down.
I'm being fresh.
So, this is my story. You'll get the title at the end if you're good.
Shocker.
The Canine Aquatic Center.
What? What is a canine aquatic center? You're making things up now.
It's a splash pad for a poodle.
This is a porcupine.
Okay, so the Canine Aquatic Center in Evansville, Indiana, is a facility that provides hydrotherapy and swimming sessions for dogs.
I get it.
Cute.
For the chubbies?
With their little arms on, or it's, hold on, let me get to that.
Osteoporosis.
Let me get there. Through the use of controlled water environments, such as heated pools and underwater treadmills, they're able to help animals with weight loss, joint issues, mobility issues, and post-surgery recovery. It's like water aerobics for them. So when the employees at the Canine Aquatic Center walked into work last January of 2024, they had a surprising client. A woman from the nearby Vanderburg Humane Society was looking to enroll a cat named Ty, aka Thicken Nugget.
Big boy?
The chunky orange cat had been abandoned by his owners at the Humane Society and was in terrible health. Staffers got him on a scale and he weighed, do you want to guess?
24 pounds.
30 pounds.
That's a big kitty.
And when you see a picture of it, it's like, it's a big kitty. Staffers did tests and x-rays to understand what was wrong with him because he was like not in a good mood either. And he was sadly diagnosed with morbid obesity and had risk of developing diabetes.
He probably was in pain.
Yeah.
That's why he was upset. That's sad.
X-rays showed that his thoracic his thoracic spine was starting to give out due to his weight.
Oh,
it's so sad. If that happens, it would affect his lungs and other vital organs. He had limited mobility, but he was very chatty, talkative, and affectionate.
classic orange kitty.
What, really? I think orange cats are crazy.
They always speak though. They're vocal.
They speak their minds, but I don't know if I've ever met an orange cat that I've truly enjoyed the
I had an
presence
orange
of.
cat named Dandy.
How was that?
He was lovely. He was a lovely man.
All
He was
right.
so sweet. I know the rumors because like Mia's cat, scary. And he listens to this podcast.
No, literally, Mia's
Dexter
cat?
watches this podcast and he's so mean to me. Mia, I'm sorry. Dexter's mean to me.
No, he's literally in the room and we're on the screen. Dexter? Where is he? Dexter?
He's looking at the screen right now.
You little shit.
She'll watch this and she'll text me.
He bitch slapped me one time. It was like the first time I met him. I turned a corner and he like slapped me. It was so rude.
He hates gay people. I understand.
No, I got it too. We were also in his space, and they say cats can see auras and energies, and mine was probably just like a bunch of scribbles.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, so he's very talkative. I didn't write down who said this, but somebody told me that he just talks and he'll stare at you for attention. Then you look at him and he'll let out a huge meow. That's so cute. While the ideal weight for a cat varies based on breed, a male house cat should generally weigh between 11 to 15 pounds.
I was going to say 12. I'm right on the money.
Mm-hmm. Thicken Nugget weighed twice the average when he was abandoned, which led the shelter to come up with an exercise plan for the tub of lard. Swimming. The shelter raised money for Thicken Nugget's water therapy, which takes place twice weekly at the Canine Aquatic Center, where he became the first ever feline enrolled in an all-canine facility. He's breaking the glass ceiling. There's a bunch of videos of him swimming in it. He looks like he's really hesitating at first because he's just like really fat and the floaty is holding him up, but his weight is pulling him down. But it's really cute. It's worth the watch. I watched a couple of them on loop today just because it was so cute. Thicken Nugget swimming instructor Laura Novak stated, day one, he did not know he could swim, and he had a little bit more weight on him than he does now. Now he's swimming really well. These days, Thicken Nugget is definitely more mobile. He's moving around the clinic, and that's just going to expedite the weight loss. So in April of 2024, there's a reason I'm bringing this up now. In April 2024, an update revealed All of Ty's hard work is paying off. His name is Ty, nicknamed Thick and Nugget. I'm just going to call him Thick and Nugget. So the Canine Aquatic Center Facebook page posted, "Well, look at this sweet boy now. He's quite the swimmer. It took time, reassurance, note the ledge pep talks, but this guy is quite the trooper and does not fuss or fight and is swimming across the pool by himself. He has lost 3+ pounds since being surrendered." Abandoned, let's call it what it is. "Being surrendered, and his care team will keep working hard so he can have a long, happy, healthy life. He is well on his way to reaching his goal weight thanks to everyone who has been donating towards his water therapy at Canine Aquatic Center. He's swimming twice a week, and he's much more mobile, and he's down from 30 pounds to 26.8. Go, Ty, go." Isn't that cute? And even though he is the poster cat for Ozempic now, he was all alone at the shelter at night because he was abandoned. So sad. So one of the workers at the shelter decided to further improve his quality of life and decided to foster him for a bit. And they hoped that he would lose 15 pounds because they couldn't actually adopt him out, even if they wanted to, like in good conscience, give an overweight cat out and expect those people to bring him to therapy constantly so he could continue to lose weight. So they were like, "Hey, bitch, you're going to lose 15 pounds. You're going to look sickening. We're going to cinch you up, take some hot pictures, ASL in a chat room, and we're going to ship you off to whoever wants you." But sadly, his weight loss plateaued. But that just meant they couldn't adopt him out. That didn't mean they couldn't adopt him in, because his foster parent decided to now be the parent of Thick and Nugget. Yes, he has been adopted and has a new home.
Is he still 27 pounds?
He has not lost a shit ton of weight. He's not down 15 pounds. And I wasn't going to say it, but he's
like, I did what I could do.
He's still going, and they don't know how old he is, but he does not look young. He's like, you know, when their bellies just like swing from
like
to
let
and
him
fro.
just be fat.
But when it's not good for his health, and that's their biggest thing, he isn't going to. He's not living in the pool. He's going to water therapy like twice a week. It's not that big of a deal.
Make him live in the pool.
Oh my God, he'll grow fins. He'll grow dorsals.
What a story. Like, he lost 3 pounds.
No, and he got adopted. That's what the fun part was. It was cute. Listen, the news articles I was flipping through this morning were not good.
I like that you were like, big update. He lost no more weight. I was like, oh, so this is the update, not a plateau?
His body is the big update.
Oh my God, he is the update.
No, literally, it's groundbreaking. He's breaking the ground.
When you walk into a room and say, "I am the update."
Wait, campers, next time you walk into a room, say, "This room has been updated."
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
What
That
was the
article
title?
is coming from People Magazine by Sabiana Bowman. Sabiana. Rescue cat nicknamed Thick and Nugget takes up swimming to help him shed extra weight. I also took some tales from the courierpress.com. I didn't write down what that was actually called, but they were just talking about how he blew up online and had a little bit of a follow-up story with his adoption.
Oh, he blew up all right.
He blew up all right, just like Violet Beauregard and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, you understand. Okay, so that is my story. What are you talking about?
It is also animal related. It comes from yahoonews.com by Harriet Barber, and the title is Beavers Finish 7-Year Dam Project in 2 days.
They finished that damn project.
So in this article, the Czech Republic had a plan to build a new dam in the Brdy region for like years, but it came to a standstill after they couldn't acquire like the right building permits. So this was like a 7-year project, and they didn't know how they were going to like kind of like reclaim these wetlands. But recently, an arrival in the wetlands of 8 hardworking beavers finally got the job done.
Oh, thank God. Did they have permits though?
They basically like the government was like, we need help. 7 years. How are we going to do this dam project? Then a random crew of 8 beavers came in. They're like, we'll dam it for you, bitch. Shut up.
We do a damn good job.
In 2 days, they did what the Czech Republic couldn't do in 7 years.
Period, putas.
How incredible. So speaking to Radio Prague with Jaroslav Abermajer, head of Central Bohemian office of the Czech Nature and Landscape Project Agency, said beavers always know best.
Beavers do always know best.
Using their powerful incisors, these semi-aquatic rodents took fallen trees to create wetland areas known as beaver ponds. That's what they call the little roped off areas.
Okay. So I'm sorry, maybe I missed. What was the issue they were having? Was there a drought or was
they
the
couldn't
wetlands?
get the permits?
No. Why did they want to build the dam? Was the water rushing the village?
I don't think it was rushing the village, but I'll get to a little bit more why later.
Okay.
So the village was intact.
Okay.
I think you were concerned about the villagers, and they're fine.
And I was. We can't have another Atlantis.
It's like
on
a
our
major
hands.
city in Czech Republic, and we're calling them villagers. We got to stop with that real quick. These normal people living a normal life were not going to get flooded by the great monsoons. So these rodents, they made their little beaver ponds. They're vibing. They're having a good time. The human project had aimed to restore the area to its natural site decades after soldiers at a military base built a bypass gully which had drained the area. So they actually were trying to redirect the water.
Oh, okay.
So because the soldiers, they ruined it.
Mm,
And that's what happens when soldiers come through.
that's a damn shame.
Destruction. According to the Birdie Protected Land Administration, which manages the human project, why do they keep calling it that? The beavers constructed dams in almost the same spot the constructions were planned.
They knew because they have the senses. They're like, okay, people know that this needs to happen, and beavers know this needs to
They
happen.
cracked their knuckles, they flossed their big teeth, and they said, let's get to goddamn work. They came in and they were like, I'm sensing, it's basically like a TLC show. They come in, they fix a big issue. They're like, something's wrong. The beaver's got to do it.
Move that beaver.
So the military forest management, okay, how many agencies are involved? This is the problem. So we've changed agency 100 times.
And the beavers are the only ones who did it, and they don't even have a beaver agency, but they should.
Too many hands in the pot. Get some beaver teeth in the pot.
No, literally. Okay, let's talk about how many hands are in the pot, and it's really just the little furry ones with only 4 fingers that are doing the heavy lifting.
So the military forest management in the Vltava River Basin were negotiating with each other to set up the project and address issues regarding ownership of the land.
Oh, so annoying. And you know what the beaver said? Fuck y'all. This is my house.
It says the beavers beat them to it.
Yeah.
So it saved the Czech Republic 994,000 euros of taxpayer dollars.
And you're welcome on top of
They
that.
saved the Czech Republic $1 million in taxes.
Time, money,
In 2 days.
receipts, fucking everything.
Humans will fight to the tooth and nail.
Okay. Yeah, let's live our lives a little more simply. Maybe if we start, collecting sticks with our mouths and using our giant tails to patch up holes in the walls. What else do beavers do? I don't know.
Another Birdie PIA chief, another acronym I don't understand. He said they built the dams without any project documents and for free.
I know they're pleased
So
with that.
cunty. So he said he also added the place where they built the dams are always chosen just right, better than we would have designed on paper.
Well, at least they can admit that.
Yeah, they did.
That's a nice little silver lining. It was not quite. It's like a copper lining. I'll give them that.
Ecologists?
Yeah, ecologists.
That's a hard word.
This is a camping podcast.
Tasked with inspecting the dams have said they will last a long time and created good conditions for rare stone crayfish, frogs, and other species that thrive on wetlands. We are already seeing the emergence of a small pond and surrounding wetlands there, adding that the 8 beavers were still hard at work creating new wetlands. So it's not only helping the town, helping taxpayer dollars, it's also helping the ecosystem revive these kind of animals and plants that weren't habitable there.
I love that. Everybody's so shocked that the beavers could do this. The beavers look up at the people. They're like, what the fuck do you think we were doing millions of years ago while you were dragging your knuckles in a cave? We were doing the same thing. We know what we're up to. Please.
Beaver wetlands are a paradise for many animals and plants. They are a stable ecosystem that contributes to the diversity of our landscape. Beavers are returning the landscape altered by humans to its natural beauty.
Now that is beautiful. Thank you to Justin Beavers.
There was something really interesting at the end. There was a fun fact section about beavers. So the largest beaver dam recorded is in Wood Buffalo National Park in Canada, stretching the length of 7 football fields.
Holy shit.
So big, it's even visible from space.
That's crazy. I'm going to go on Google Maps.
Beavers are so diva.
Beavers are so diva.
They just like come in. I love them just like coming in. What you know they call them? If this was like a girl boss podcast, which it kind of is, I would call Beavers major disruptors.
They are groundbreakers, major disruptors.
I'm sorry, I'm disrupting and I'm changing the course of history, one Beaver girl boss at a time.
Period. Let's talk about reforestation now. I love that. Now, riddle me this. What is a woodchuck? Is a beaver a woodchuck? Or is this the same thing as like a rectangle square situation?
We got to keep them coming back for more. So we can't discuss that on today's episode.
Well, there's that.
This episode is sponsored in part by ZocDoc. When was the last time you needed to go to a doctor, but you pushed it off? Booking a doctor appointment can just feel so daunting. But thanks to ZocDoc, we finally have an easy and painless way to find and book a doctor that's right for us. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. I've used ZocDoc before, especially when I had this weird tickle in my throat and I was scared, and Jonathan was like, go to the doctor. And I was like, I'm nervous. And he was like, just take care of your health. You're getting too old for this. You're 30 now. And I'm like, wait, I actually have to listen to you because it is serious. And I have big tonsils and you guys know that about me. But guess what? ZocDoc was there for me. And I feel so much better knowing that they have a reliable service for me at any time I need it. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments, campers. I'm serious. And go to ZocDoc.com/camp to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/camp. ZocDoc.com/camp.
This episode is sponsored in part by Pretty Litter. This time of year, every cat is an indoor cat. And when it's freezing outside, I am an indoor human. And if there's one thing that can really stink up being stuck inside, it's the litter box. Don't let that nasty smell ruin your winter wonderland. Switch to Pretty Litter like we did. Pretty Litter's non-clumping formula traps odor and moisture. It's ultra absorbent, it's lightweight, low dust, and one 6-pound bag works for up to a month. And my favorite part about Pretty Litter is it gives me peace of mind. It changes colors to indicate early signs of potential illness in my cat, like urinary tract infections, kidney issues, and more. And since Pretty Litter ships free right to my door, I never run out. For years, I put up with the absolute worst part of having a cat, the litter. I love Buffy, I do, but I don't like her litter box. But then I switched to Pretty Litter. And let me tell you, campers, it is a game changer. Indoor cats and indoor humans agree. Pretty Litter helps my house smell fresh and clean. Go to prettylitter.com/camp to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. That's prettylitter.com/camp to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/camp. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
Grab your bug juice and bear spray, campers. It's time to pack it up and take a hike.
Welcome back to Take a Hike. This is the part of the show where we bitch a little and we tell something to take a hike. Ow. Ow. My booby.
I literally threw a stuffed animal at you. Why are you crying?
Because there's glass in it.
You just touched the softest part of it, which is the tail.
The tail's actually so cute. We forgot we have a little beaver in the room.
That was gifted by a camper
oh my God.
in Toronto.
He stays on the mic stand.
Well, he's not a take a hike.
Okay, no, he is not a take a hike. I'm gonna put him right here.
I want to hold him.
Well, you threw him at me. Okay, so this is the part of the show where we bitch a little. Did I say that already? We're gonna tell something to lace it up and take a hike. Fine, I'll go. What is going on?
Making this up?
Period. What's going on?
What's going on? That's what's taking a hike.
What's going on? What is going on with the design of some of these bottles? The design of some of these bottles that water are coming in. I want to bitch about the top of a smart water bottle because it's not so smart to me. Because what?
What are you talking about?
Babe, I'm bitching. Like, I show support. This is a judgment-free zone, and you have your fucking gavel over there. Pound your gavel, Dean. Hello, campers are on my side. Who out there right now is drinking out of a smart water bottle?
You're talking about smart water.
Smart
bottle.
water. Yeah, it's
Bottle.
not like it doesn't have apps on it. Applications.
That's what I think we were all confused. So
Literally
the smart water brand water bottle.
Every time I said it, I forgot what the second word was, but it's simply water. That's what they should call it, simply water. And they should simplify their fucking nozzle. It reminds me of the like the Gatorade bottles that the athletes have, not the ones that your lips form into. Those ones are kind of nice, but this one fucking leaks everywhere. The plastic to rip it off always fucks up my fingernail, and I'm over it. I'm sick of them. And it's usually one of our only choices. It's either that or what's the other one? The shitty
I like the other one.
Aquafina.
No, I like the Element one or whatever.
Oh, yeah, essentials.
At the airport you're talking about?
Yeah, the airport. She's usually the one that rears her head up, and I'm like, I'll take smart water because I don't mind it, but I hate that bottle with the nipple. It feels like I'm sucking on mother's tit. And then I'm in public doing it. So I'm like, yeah, this is what it looks like when I was a baby. Take a picture to last longer.
I like it.
Well, this cheese stands alone. I hate it. And it leaks. Lest we forget the leakage.
It does.
So that's what I'm bitching about. Clearly, Zach's not on the same page. He has nothing to say.
Well, I like it. I can't always agree with you. I'm sorry. I am sorry that you're upset. I think a lot of us are confused of what you're even talking about.
Let me run it back one more fucking time.
Spare us.
Smart water.
We heard it. We acknowledge it. We're going to keep moving.
More like dumb liquid.
Okay.
All right. So what are you telling to take a hike?
Paper plates.
Oh, and I had the dumb one? Paper plates?
Because I actually can articulate why I don't like them.
I articulated just fine.
We'll run it back and discuss.
Run it back. Count how many times I said Someone give me an count.
No.
There it is. One.
I hate paper plates because at a baseline, it doesn't matter what you're eating. If you put it on a paper plate, it looks awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have the most gorgeous like filet with a sushi, caviar. You put that on a paper plate, instantly trash.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? And also, like, is that our fault? Because I want to talk to every graphic designer who's ever been involved at a paper product company. What the fuck are you guys doing over there? The ugliest blue swirls and beige little trinkets. Like, I don't even know what's happening. I've never seen a pretty paper plate.
Between them and the tissue box companies,
I
don't know who I want to. I don't
it.
know who I want to tackle in the shins first.
God. Should we just throw Bounty into the mix too with the paper towels?
Well, the paper towels are fine. What's wrong with the paper towels?
I just think they'll put like the ugliest like color swirl on it. I'm like, just give me the plain ones. Like, I don't want to see
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, I
Designs.
haven't had those in a long time because we don't get them.
Because they're so ugly. I can't look at them that long.
Yeah, why were people printing
They're
color
like
on paper
peach
towels?
swirls. It's so ugly.
Yeah, no, the paper plates I can definitely agree on because it's like abstract and whatever. But I'm like, you're kind of making it worse for everybody here.
I think they'd sell more. I think they'd sell more if they actually were cute. And it's like, do you need help, babe? Like, give me one that has little pine cones on it. Give me one that has like a little like seagull. Like it could be, it could literally, there's nowhere to go but from here. And like, I don't want to hear, oh, like don't use paper plates. You don't need to be using paper plates every single day. But I'm sorry, if I'm going to the backyard barbecue, I'm not pulling out 36 plates of china. I'm getting the paper plates, get over it. I didn't get styrofoam. So it's like, let it be what it's going to be, but make it better. I need them. I've never seen a pretty paper plate. I haven't.
I don't mind the china ones, but they tend to leak more because they don't have the waxy coating.
You're leaking everywhere right now.
I'm soaked.
I don't know how you're always leaking.
I'm just a moist boy. I do understand your concern and I hear for you, but I also fear for you.
Because you don't think there's a way out of it.
I don't think there is a way out of it. What about the bamboo? Everybody who says that the bamboo one is better for the environment, I would love to crunch some numbers on them because they haven't been around for that long, at least not in America. And I would love to do a little study on like how they're breaking down in the ground because it's giving
fallacy.
It's giving real plate.
Yeah, it's also like, okay, if I throw ceramic in the trash, I don't think it's decomposing.
You know, it's like other cultures eat off of banana leaves. I'll eat off a banana leaf.
You say that now until you're at an Olive Garden, they put fettuccine Alfredo on a banana leaf. You're not going to be happy.
When I worked at Lush, because I used to work at Lush, I used to have the duty of rolling the face rolls in the banana leaf because that's how they would display them.
You'd be so good at that.
They would put like a little thing through it, like a not a fork. We would stick the hard end of it through it. Kind of like, you know how girls would like do their hair and put like a stick through it? Yeah, like a chopstick through it.
So fierce.
And I would make it look so cute. And I just really enjoyed like the fresh greenery of a banana leaf.
When girls in the 2000s were putting their hairs with a little chopstick through it, that was a bitch that could fight you. And that was a bitch you wanted to be friends with, and she knew where to buy weed.
Oh, a girl with harigami? That's a bitch who shits. Yeah. That is not a girl who poops.
I actually bring that back immediately. I just thought of something I think you'd be really good at.
What?
If you put your heart and soul into it.
I haven't got much left.
I think you'd be really good at tablescapes. Because you're really good at like the folding of fabric.
Thank you so much.
Like a good, you would do good at like placing a napkin nicely.
Thank you. I think I would get a little carried away and you would walk in and there'd be like a little Christmas town.
Well, I don't ever want to see a tablescape that isn't getting taken away. Like, I mean, carried away. Like, I want to be carried away by a tablescape. Because then it's just, there's a difference between setting the table and
setting the tone.
And then and creating a tablescape.
There's setting the table and then there's setting the bar. I'm doing both.
Exactly.
So like, hire me for your party. I do quinceañeras. I do bat mitzvahs.
You can't set a table with a tablescape and have it be an ugly paper plate. That's called slop for dinner.
No, you know who can do that with a paper plate and make it look great?
Who?
Best friend April. My best friend April will do that, and she loves a tablescape.
She's the kind of girl that would bring a basket of 12 ceramic dishes into the forest rather than use a paper plate if it's ugly. So
yeah, she's an aesthetic girl, 100%. She'll take 1,000 pictures, won't post any of them, but her vibe is always cute.
I think down with ugly paper plates.
Do you think the new counselor likes the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Over.
Either way, I'm giving them my boondoggle keychain. Over.
Welcome back to Camper Crush of the Week, campers. Time to lead with positivity and light. We're getting happy. We're getting cheerful. We're stopping the negativity and the fighting. Beavers wouldn't want it that way. Beavers they're blazing a trail. They're disruptors. And that's what this podcast is. A bunch of disruptors.
Do you ever think a beaver like goes to put his stick somewhere and he's like, oh, Earl already put his stick here. I guess I'll find another spot.
Of course, and there's some drama between that.
Oh my God, that's what I want to see, the beaver drama.
Yeah, like who is project manager?
Oh my God, the beaver drama. That's essentially The View. Anyway.
Oh my God, that was fresh.
What I'm crushing on.
Crazy to say.
What I'm crushing on is clever billboards. I love, show some support here. My God, you should wear your beaver tail thing today.
Okay, enough beaver talk.
I love a clever billboard. We passed one the other day. It's iconic. We didn't pass this one, but we passed one similar to it. We in Connecticut. Your wife is hot. Fairfield Pool is here to help.
Oh, I love that one's been out for like a decade.
That is funny. They're like, next exit. We can take your wife. Can you?
They sell pools.
So I did a little looking up. Wait, why did I say that? I did a little scouring on the internet. I did a little surfing. I surfed the web. I have my wetsuit on. I'm leaking. One billboard is for thegoldconcept.com. It says, the relationship might not last, but our diamonds will. Like cheeky billboards like that make me laugh.
I love that.
Audi. Did I say that right? Audi. There was an Audi billboard. There was an Audi billboard and it just has their car. And they decided to be shady and they said, your move, BMW. And they had put it close to like a BMW dispensary. And BMW bought the billboard next to it, did the same exact thing with a better car, like same exact layout. And it said, checkmate, bitch.
They didn't say bitch.
It didn't say bitch. It said checkmate. But like if I was in charge of this project.
So catty and tea.
This is a good one. Asia Air. Cheap enough to say, fuck it, I'll go. Phuket.
Oh, Phuket?
Yeah, but when you're reading it on a billboard,
that
it says
is so.
Is that how you say that?
Funny. Phuket, Thailand.
Yeah, it's for Asia Air. I thought that was fun and clever.
Thailand.
This other one said, I could not believe that this was real. I had to like go on Snopes.com to figure out if this was real or not. Detour sunglasses, never heard of them.
You're cracking yourself up over here.
We want to sit on your face, respectfully.
Ooh.
and it's sunglasses. And I said, that's clever. I'm stopped in my tracks. It's turning my head. It's causing an accident. It's disrupting. They are the Beavers of the interstate, the Beavers of the tri-state area. If I'm stuck in traffic, give me something fun to look at.
This episode is all about disruptors.
No, literally, we're just here disrupting. We're running amok. That's all we're doing. And then my last one is one that we've seen in person, which I still don't understand why it exists, but we're talking about it all these years later.
I know what it is.
What?
I Hate Steven Singer.
No, I think I'm just immune to those, but I Hate Steven Singer's been around for a long time. I thought they were a worldwide phenomenon.
It's called IHateStevenSinger.com. And I was like, who is this man? Why do we hate him? To me, I'd never seen it. And I was like, I want to know more.
And that's what they do. Mm-hmm. They get you to look it
but
up.
I never looked it up. I don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure it's jewelry, but they've been around since like the early aughts, I believe.
I hate when people say that. Aughts.
The early 2000s.
That's what I say.
Too many syllables. I'm tired. But the billboard I'm talking about is the one that's in New Jersey that we passed. And it has a Buc-ee's logo. Another beaver. Literally, I didn't do that on purpose. But it has an arrow saying turn around and it says 581 miles south is a Buc-ee's. And I thought that was a clever way of like planting the seed to let the people who are living around know like, hey, there's a Buc-ee's coming. So like get used to the logo. How exciting.
I don't think the Buc-ee's are coming.
They're not. They made a public statement. It was on the news and they were like, we're not coming.
It's just brand awareness. That's all it is, which is like sometimes major.
But we're not the market. I'm just so confused because that's by rent. That's been up there for like 2 years now and you're paying a monthly fee.
I'm telling you, this is what good marketing is. It's creating something beyond.
Oh my God. And now look at us. Look at us. We're talking about it. And some campers live by a Buc-ee's and are going to stop by today. Maybe check out the candy counter.
It's the thing is, it's like when you're branding like that, it's like they've taken Buc-ee's beyond like a gas station and now it's like an event. You know what I mean? When people see that, like next time they're on a long drive, they will stop at Buc-ee's because they've always been so curious. They've turned it into a destination within a trip itself. So I think it was genius. I really do. I can think of a really good ad campaign that I've always like loved seeing online.
Right.
It's when they compare when to go to urgent care and when to go to the hospital. So it's like these billboards and it'll be like bee sting, urgent care, step in wasp's nest, hospital, to like educate people. Because like emergency rooms from my nurse friends will tell me they're inundated and flooded by people who are there that don't need to be there. Like if you're stung by a bee, go to the urgent care. If you're stung by an entire wasp's nest, go to the hospital. So it's like all these like the same incident, but like major and minor. And it was like, go here, not here.
I think the title, we need to rebrand urgent care because I think to me, urgent care sounds more intense than hospital, but it's the contrary. You don't think?
Yeah, but
urgent care is like, oh fuck, urgency. Like
this is crazy. Like, but you know that it's not.
No, I know that it's not, but if they have to make a billboard to clear the air,
what do you want to call them? Okay, baby, or okay, don't worry too much care. Like, what is the name?
The boo boo spot,
Junior Hospital,
Weenie Hut Junior. What are you crushing on?
Bath and Body Works hand soaps, y'all.
Okay,
I have been experimenting with a lot of hand soaps the last couple of years. And 2 years ago, my sister for Christmas got me hand soap from Bath and Body Works, and I've been repurchasing this on a whim when I'm near one. And now I think I'll say I'll never go back any other way. Everything, Miss Myers, it's been disappointing. The lack of lather, I'm not interested. Method, the bottle looks gross after a while. I would rather get soft soap, which is kind of like the cheapest version. I think that's better than these like mid-grade ones.
You're a pumpaholic. You just love a pumptini. Because last time was the boogers, was your take a hike, and now
I'm pumping a lot right now, and I'm lathering and I'm cleaning and I'm doing my best.
I love that.
So I have 2 flavors that I want to highlight today.
It better be flavors.
Coming in at number 2, it is eucalyptus mint. I like the foaming pump. This is a really satisfying option. This is great for all year, but I think number 1 for me, it has to be crisp morning air. It smells clean. It feels clean. It's got this kind of fresh, almost clean linen smell. And I think these are great. I think there's a great distribution of pumping going on there. It lathers really nicely. And I think that Bath and Body Works truly are disruptors in the soap conversation. They're out here and they know what they're doing. But I do have some notes for them.
Yeah. Well, can I really quick chime in and then you can do your notes?
Chime in.
Okay, so campers, I know it sounds kind of kooky and crazy and QVC like, but I'm just going to go out here and back Zach up. We went to his sister's house and we stayed for God knows what, but it was like 2, maybe 3 years ago. And she had that crisp morning air soap and I used it and it was so memorable to me that on our way home, I mentioned it to Zach and Zach goes, oh my God, I thought the exact same thing. We go to to your mom's house and your sister gifts the same exact soap to your mom. And we're like, oh my God, we love that soap. And your mom said the same thing. Your mom was like, when I was at Kat's house, I loved the smell of the soap. You just literally, it's indescribable.
It's truly like
the best soap scent.
Head and shoulders above the rest of soaps. I'm not joking. Campers, I would never steer you the wrong way. The crisp morning air, it's one of a kind. It's everything you want in a soap.
And more.
However, it's a little pricey. And let's talk about that for a minute.
Let's talk about price gouging in America right now.
A regular bottle, regularly without one of their insane sales, is $7.95. Too much for hand soap.
Too much for something that's
for
going down a drain. My cap for a soap would probably be like $2.
I would even go north of $4.
Yeah, I would do for like a luxury. I mean, for that, I would accept it as a gift.
I do think $8 is too much. When we went to purchase these, I was going to buy one on a whim. It was my birthday, and I said, I'm splurging. And they did talk us into doing the 5 for $25 sale, which at the end of the day was
let me crunch that number.
It kind of felt abusive.
Oh wait, 5 to 5.
5 for $25. We're gonna crunch that number. It means $5.
I was literally opening my calculator app, but it's been deleted in my area.
I do feel like it's a little predatory when you're in there, though. They're kind of insane. Like they make you feel dumb if you want one. I was like, I'm sitting at one. She's like, that's actually crazy when they're on sale for $5.25. Can you not see the sign? Because right here it says 5 for $25 soaps, and you have one in your hand. And you honestly, to me, I don't want to be rude right now. You look fucking stupid getting one soap when there's a literal sale going on. Are you good? Do you want to sit down for a minute? Because I could tell you right now, you could have 5 for $25, you fucking idiot. That's how it feels being in a Bath & Body Works, in my opinion.
That is so funny because we were there the same time, talked to the same woman, and had such different experiences. And let that be a lesson in life. Because to me, in my head, she was like, oh my God, you love this smell? You're going to love this one too. Like, you deserve it. And I fall for it every time. I'm like, wait, I do deserve it. Mind you, it's Zach's birthday. I bring him to the mall to buy him something nice. I buy myself a hoodie. And then he buys me 5 soaps.
It got to the point where I felt so abused by this woman that I felt like I had to buy 5 and I didn't want to buy the same flavors. So I'm over there at 1 p.m. on a Monday at the testing station, and I'm pumping hand soaps into a sink and I'm smelling my hands and going, not this one, not this one.
What we failed to do is sniff the coffee in between.
Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, this is not real life. This is foolish. I know what I want. You're not going to twist my tits again. I'm over it. That being said, I did go on Reddit and I was curious if this was a deal. People said it wasn't. People say they're always doing sales. And after this sale comes the $350 sale.
Oh, someone's tracking them?
Soap for $350. There's people on the Reddits that will tell you a week or 2 before the sale happens what's coming up so you can stock up. So we could have got these soaps for $350.
So do you think it's a mole who's working there?
It is. It's absolutely a mole.
They can't be doing it calendarly.
No, it's absolutely a mole. But either way, I guarantee you buy it for $8, you buy it for $5, you buy it for $350. They produce that for under a dime. So it doesn't matter to them. They're still going to get their bag because there's an allegiance to Bath & Body Works. And I kind of get it.
I kind of get it too. I don't. Part of me, most of me hates their branding. It's just so kooky and chaotic.
I hate the branding.
But the part of me that likes the branding is because it's so like nostalgic in a sense that the early aughts were like a crazy, chaotic time for brands and like color clashing, and all the packaging is so kooky and crazy. And it's like the complete opposite of like a Scandinavian couch in somebody's living room. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it is not minimalism. None of the label, like all the fonts on the labels are different. Nothing is cohesive except for their weird funky shape. And they've been consistent at that. So I feel like I like that when it comes to that.
I will say these are aesthetically pleasing because they're a part of their White Barn collection, which is a little bit more elevated in design, functionality, and flavor profile. we're not stuck in the warm vanilla over here. We're not doing the Japanese blossom. Like, we are shifting the culture here at White Barn, which is a subsidiary of Bath and Body Works, and this is where this collection resides. So yeah, that's a lot for you, but you needed that.
You're welcome. I do miss the microplastics and the hand sanitizer.
What song's been stuck in your head all week? Welcome to Camp Songs.
Welcome back to Camp Songs. Ooh, what song's been stuck in your head all week? Everybody's got one, and we got 2 freshies for you today. As always, we have all these songs linked on a free playlist on Spotify and YouTube in the episode description, so you can hear every song we've ever had on this podcast for 123 episodes. The playlist is long and juicy and chaotic. Jonathan, tell me and my little beaver, what is your song of the week?
So this song came on when we were at the airport, and then I proceeded to listen to it on every flight we've had since.
What?
And it was a throwback that I completely forgot about.
What is it? It's
Battlefield by Jordan Sparks.
why does love always feel like a battlefield? Battlefield. Battlefield. I love when she goes, but you gotta go and get your armor. Get your armor.
Now, the funny thing about that
Love
is
that song. Love that song.
fantastic song. Love Jordy Sparky. But that part that you're talking about, until rather recently, I thought she was saying, better go and get Geronimo. And I thought it was like a Greek mythology reference.
I never heard that.
And I don't know why I didn't think battlefield armor, better go and get your armor. Better go and get your... I thought she was saying like, go get your Greek mythology, bitch, because you're going to need him to battle me. That is what I thought.
I hear you. I don't agree, but
Okay, because I'm just gonna keep talking until somebody says like I just need to be heard. Anyway, originally this song,
who was it supposed to go to?
one of your favorite queens,
JoJo.
No,
They're similar.
similar. Yeah, I wouldn't think that this is a parallel.
Okay.
But we were listening to her yesterday.
I don't know.
Christina Aguilera.
And I'm glad I went to Jordan.
And she
It's
turned
Jordan's
it down.
song.
Mm-hmm. And it ended up on the desk of Jordan Sparks.
Can I tell you what part I love the most? Not the most, but I just want to sing it. I never meant to start a war. No, I never meant to hurt you. Don't even know what we're fighting for.
Such a good song.
It's so good.
The way that song starts off
Yes.
melodic and nice and like lovely, and then it just turns into like a
Battlefield.
fucking firework. It's like explosions, cannonballs, Geronimo.
It feels
all of
cannonball core.
It's cannonball core. I've never seen the music video. I meant to watch it today.
She's dressed as George Washington.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
With her leg up on the canoe. She's in the confession canoe. She's like, confess your sins, bitch. No, but I've never seen it, but in my head, she's in slow-mo, and it's kind of like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
Where everything's just kind of exploding, and she's just like singing.
Like
and
in
all
the
her
mix of
backup
the chaos.
Yeah, and the backup dancers are like swinging from the ropes on the
And they're in
pirate ship.
camo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they're in a pirate ship though? I don't know.
It's okay. They're just like...
Well, it's a battlefield, so they'd have to be on a field.
It's every kind of war all mixed into one.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then, oh my God.
The war on culture, the war on love.
The war of the worlds.
Oh my God, it's everything to me. Good song.
Yeah, and that song holds a special place in my heart, and it also held a special place on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 10.
It's good.
Yeah, when it first came out, August 8th, 2009, it was Jordan Sparks' third top 10 hit on the Hot 100.
She is a diva down. I love her so much. I think she's mega talented.
And that is my camp song.
Hey, well, my camp song this week is so exciting. I've been so excited to talk about it. It is a song by Brittany Spears that I had never heard for 20 years.
You played it the other day, and I said, "Wait, did we get a surprise release?"
A Britney Spears song that is 20 years old that I have never heard before, and is a song called "Chaotic." It's a deep cut. If you Google a list of the most streamed songs by Britney Spears on Spotify, this song is number 200. Isn't that crazy? And like,
that is crazy.
in the mix of hers, it's all remixes of other songs.
Yeah,
It's like this DJ's remix of like Toxic.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. So it is just so exciting that I feel like 20 years later, I've just discovered the song. And I want to just like talk a little bit about it. So Chaotic was an EP that had 3 songs on it that was put out after she had that show with Kevin Federline, also called Chaotic. And this was the song that played in the title sequence for the show. Now, I had never seen the Brittany and Kevin show. Had you watched it? I never saw it.
Cambers, if you remember, we did a Brittany Spears episode when she came out with her book.
No, we did. I forgot about that.
And I did watch it then, but I never watched it before. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch the clips that were available because I don't think it was available. I didn't really search it out because I didn't love the vibe of it. It was rather concerning. It was chaotic.
It is. So if you don't know what it was a show that ran for 5 episodes at the time on the network UPN, and the whole show was footage that Kevin and Brittany had filmed of each other on tour with their camcorders. So it's very chaotic, like this show, like the song, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like their tour diaries, but I don't know if there was like a through line. I don't know if it was organized. There was no film crew.
I have a thought. I don't remember if she talked about it in the book. I don't think that she did. Maybe she did. I don't know. I don't really remember. But to me, it sounds like an afterthought of like, okay, Kevin and Brittany have their home videos.
Yeah, it was a cash grab for sure by her team. They probably like, oh, like, give us that and we'll put it out. Because at the time, their relationship was like everywhere.
And it also seems like what they were doing in those episodes wasn't something that she would like consciously in her head be like, yeah, I want this. I want the world to see this.
Yeah, it felt like that at that point she was probably already under the conservatorship. And Kevin, which is interesting, I didn't realize that Kevin had left his pregnant fiance, Shar Jackson, at the time to be with Brittany from Moesha.
And I did not know that either.
I'm like, I know Shar Jackson. I was like shocked by that. That he got Shar Jackson and Brittany. How does Kevin pull these girls? Like, he's kind of heinous.
He is kind of, he's definitely.
I'll say he's heinous. I think the way that I'll go on record. I think that there's a lot of people to blame for Brittany, and I'm putting him in that list because in her darkest moments, he was right with her, and I don't think he was a positive light. So I don't know how he is now, but in that moment, I don't like him. So I'm gonna be honest about it. So it was released on September 21st, 2005 by Jive Records to accompany the DVD release of the UPN reality show, Chaotic.
Oh, she wasn't on her conservatorship yet.
Okay. So the EP also featured 2 other songs, I Will Understand, it's also called Someday, and then a song called Mona Lisa. And the song Mona Lisa was interesting.
I know about her.
Because she was on like a radio show and she released like a live version of it and was like, oh, this is for my next album. And then they kind of like silenced her.
A lot of the Britney girls out there, they know about
Mona
that.
Lisa.
She walked on foot. It was her and her dog. I think she went to Ryan Seacrest, and against her label's best judgment, they told her not to do this, and she wanted to release the song and they wouldn't let her. So she literally walked up with a CD.
And it was a live taping from the concert of it.
And then she was recording, or she was driving around town with in her convertible, blasting the song so people could hear it. She put like hints on her website, and then it just never came. The Original Doll. Look up the lore of Brittany and the Original Doll.
That was what the album was supposed to be called. Which I'm like, that is such a hunty cunty album name. The Original Doll.
And then look up Black Widow by Maya.
I know that.
Something or other.
So Mona Lisa lives on the Chaotic EP with Chaotic. And it was actually funny. So Chaotic was supposed to be track 11 on the album In the Zone, which if you don't remember, that's that blue cover. The iconic blue cover. And that's the same album that Toxic's on.
Yeah.
So it was swapped out for a song that was called Brave New Girl, which is a total skip for me. It sounds very much like shopping montage in a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, okay. I'll have to give it a listen.
Which it's fine.
I love that.
It's fine if I didn't know that Chaotic was dropped because of it. Because Chaotic is so like, it's like perfect.
It is. Campers, today we're giving you the assignment to give it a listen.
Oh my God. It is so, I have the lyrics, but when I read it, I don't know the song enough to be able to like pick up the tone because she changes like the beat and the sound of the song every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to say one thing that I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
The UPN network was then the WB.
And
then the CW.
Mm-hmm.
What is it now?
Freeform?
No, you keep saying that. That's ABC Family.
Well, because I don't know. Is it not the WB?
No, it's the CW now.
The
but
N?
Is it still? I think the N was something too.
That was the Noggin.
Isn't it weird that network specifically like changed so much? Why did they change the name so much?
I don't know. How exciting to have a new to you Brittany song.
It can be new to everybody if you listen to the playlist.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if everyone commented back? Yeah, we know that song. It's one of our faves. I would scream. I'd be like, I hate to be the last to know.
I had to text my resident camp Brittany Spears expert.
Cody Rigsby.
I texted Cody Rigsby this morning. I was like, I'm talking about this on the show. My Brittany guy. And he was like, I love that song. And then he
knows it.
Of course he did. He sent me clips from the show. He was like, it was from the show. And then sent me like this crazy clip from the show that I had never seen before. He's like, and then I can't even, then we had things I can't talk about on the show, like on our show. I'll show you the text. Because Cody Rigsby is so funny. But oh my God, please listen to Chaotic.
What a lovely episode here at Camp Shady Birch.
It was so fab today. Like I actually am leaving this like high on life.
No, I had a full Menti beat in the shower earlier this morning, and I feel at peace with everything.
Because you had to come here and you had to let it all go.
No, I had to come here and let it go, and it was a major disruptor of mine.
The way that the show and Beavers in general, because we'll never forget them, are major disruptors. So campers, get out today and be a major disruptor.
Yeah. Parallel park in the middle of the street, bitches.
You get a ticket, you're like, sorry, I was being a disruptor. That's my excuse for everything now. Sorry, I was disrupting.
No, because literally most of the time we are disrupting. So next Wednesday we'll be disrupting your ears with a little bit of a rewatch episode.
A rerun, if you will. We've never done one before, but as you know, we've been busting our butts trying to get content out for you in the middle of this tour. And we just need 1 week of a rerun episode to catch us back up so that we can continue putting this show out while still touring. So
yes,
please be patient. We promise we're going to pick a juicy goodie from the vintage vault. Yeah. So if you're an OG camper, you've already heard it. And if you haven't, some of our older episodes feel so different, but in a really fun, like youthful way. Like it was just different back then, but in a good way.
Yeah, we were disrupting and adjacently. That's what we were doing.
And as always, there's new content on the Patreon, new vlogs, lots of backlog there if you're not on our Cabin 5 Patreon. If you could, please like and review our show, 5 stars wherever you're listening. Share it with other people so we can get more campers here. If you want to be part of a Trail Mix episode, please send emails into campcounselorspod@gmail.com or go to campcounselorspodcast.com to the right in tab and send us your stuff for our Monday episodes. We'll be here Wednesday. We'll be here Monday. We'll be here forever. And with that being said,
lights out, campers.